My name is Pete Nunweiler. Along with my wife Chris, I'm a paranormal investigator. We've been to some of the most haunted places in America. I've seen a full apparition in Gettysburg, been surrounded by shadow figures at Waverly Hills, and communicated with entities through different pieces of equipment. I'm also an author of a paranormal trilogy that includes many of our experiences. And we're just getting started. This is one of our adventures. Okay, so last weekend we were at Westwood School in Ohio, near Bowling Green, Ohio. Great investigation. We had, it was a great place, a lot of activity. And this first clip that I want to show you, we're using dowsing rods. Chris, my wife, Chris has the dowsing rods in her hands, and I'm asking questions. I'm standing just off screen, just to her right and in front of her. As you're looking at it, I'll be just to the left of the screen. And it's important to know that. So when you watch this clip, dowsing rods are used to connect with basic yes/no questions. You can't get a whole lot. It's just basically, during investigations, there's, if you're investigating a brand new place that hasn't been investigated before, I know it sounds crazy, but you got to teach the entities what to do. And what you typically do is cross the rods for yes, spread them apart for no, and they use our energy or their own energy or an energy source to move those rods. And so check out this video here. It's pretty cool. I thought it was very interesting to be there while this happened. Check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, the rods are still. Are you in here with us?
Wow.
Thank you. Can you open the rods back up? Open them back up, please. You're just being defiant.
No.
Just going?
Yeah.
Nope, maybe not. Okay, just do it. All right. That beeping tells me that you're close.
I got almost out here.
Can you point to where you are? With the rods, point to where you are. Both of them. Point both of the rods to where you are. You're right beside me. If I step closer, will I feel you? Are you moving? You're walking around the room, aren't you? Can you put the rods straight? Almost got it. There you go. Okay. Do it one more time. I want you to point to where you are. Point both rods to where you are. Thank you. So dowsing rods are very difficult to control. We've tried it several times, and it's hard to get that smooth gliding motion with the dowsing rods, so nearly impossible. This next clip is pretty short. We're investigating with Mike Ring of Creepy Cincinnati Paraforensics, and he was kind of the experienced investigator there with some of the visiting investigators that were there just for the weekend. And there's one of the other people ask a question of do you I think you can hear pretty well. I'll put a little subtitle on the video, but it just says, "Was that you that I just felt?" And she gets a pretty clear response. So check this out.
People know.
People know.
We don't know.
What should we know?
They're saying that she's basically telling us that we know that they're here.
Was it you that I just saw?
This next clip was really fun, really neat experience. When I investigate, when I try to communicate through a spirit box, I try to introduce myself, try to be very kind. You heard me in the last clip thanking the whatever with the rods. I like to instruct and then thank them, but I try to be kind and nice, just like with anybody else. But with this one, I introduce myself, and there's a very fast, very clear response. I'm going to add subtitles underneath anyway, but it was really kind of cool. The very first investigation I ever did out in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, was one of the guides had told us, we were getting nothing, absolutely nothing at all. And he said, "Have you just introduce yourself?" So we did, and my wife and I both introduced ourselves, and we started getting some responses after that. So every time that I try to connect, I introduce myself, and that's what this one is all about. Check it out.
Can you tell me your name?
Yep. That's what I was doing.
My name is Pete.
Hey, Pete.
Yeah. What is your name?
Pinpricks almost.
I do not know. You don't remember your name?
Yeah. Somebody knows.
Some spirits do not remember who they are. And some do. Most do. Most know who they are and act the way they did when they were alive.
This next piece, I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach. Instead of doing all video and things like this and just watching you, let you watch through it. I'm going to narrate, I'm going to do a voiceover, and I want to do it two different ways. There's a reason very specifically that I'm doing it. I believe that when we watch paranormal TV shows, when we watch some of those things, we're not always presented with all the options, with all the evidence. And so just as an example, I'm going to do the voiceover the first way, and then I'm going to do it again. So I'll be right back with you. We'll show you this video, and then I'm going to come back and kind of give you that separation before I show you the same thing a little bit different way.
Yes, the light. You see the light?
Can you move through the lights?
Okay, we're going to
Can
watch
you
that
move
again.
through the lights?
Watch this again in full speed. Okay, we're going to slow it down now. Couple of times. What we're seeing here is a very crystal clear object coming through the light on demand. So let's take this super slow motion frame by frame. This first frame, there's nothing there. Second frame, you're starting to see the entity right there as where that laser crosses over. I mean, there's no mistaking it. The third frame, we see a sphere. It's not just a little dot or anything. It's clearly a sphere. You've got that reflection, that curved reflection on the left side. The next frame, fourth frame, it's gone, just completely gone. So obviously it has to be paranormal, right?
Very cool capture, is it not? with that light going, or that orb really going straight through that light on demand. The other investigator, the lady said, "Can you move through the light? Can you go through the light?" And that, which is the point of the laser. We want to see if we can see a figure or see something come through the light. So that was super cool. As I said, sometimes when we watch paranormal shows, we're not presented with all the options and all the evidence. So let me present it a little bit differently. And I'll do another voiceover with the exact same clips, exact same order, and everything.
Can you move through the lights?
Okay, did you see that? We've
Can
got a
you move
capture.
through the lights?
Watching it again, full speed. Okay, so what was that? Let's zoom way in and slow it down. We have something coming through the light. At first glance, it could be paranormal. It could be something, but it's like an orb. But what we really have to look at when we're investigating the paranormal, this is the first frame. There's nothing there. Is there any way that it was something else? Now, in the second frame, we're starting to see it in the laser and that stream of light. But what I was saying is, the third frame, then we have this dot, this orb. But is it paranormal? What we have to do is try everything we can. Fourth frame, nothing's there. Is it possible it was a bug? Yes. Is it possible it was dust? Absolutely yes, 100%. Is it definitely 100% paranormal? Did we catch something really cool? No, I guess not. So when we're presented with this evidence, we have something coming through the light, but we cannot for sure exclude every possibility that it could be dust or a bug. So we kind of nix this as it's just kind of a cool little thing, and so we just move on.
Can you move through the lights?
Two more clips I want to show you here. This next one is with the Ghost Sisters. They are well known all around. Check out their page. They're on Facebook and just under the Ghost Sisters. And they were investigating with us that night and trying to capture photos of while they're spraying something into a flashlight. And sometimes we come across paranormal events that scare us. Sometimes it's just like a wow. Sometimes it'll stand the hair up on the back of your neck, and sometimes it just makes you laugh. So this clip definitely made all of us in the room laugh. We got something from the spirit box as they're spraying this that was a clear disapproval of the amount of spray that was being sprayed. So check it out.
You ready? You good?
Oh
Just
my.
over here.
Come on.
Come over here and take a picture. That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Come on.
She is definitely responding.
Come take a picture. Take a picture with
What is she spraying at you?
Everybody has that. Alright, that's it.
Good times. That was fun. Last clip. This one is just an EVP. There's no video with it. So just an EVP, electronic voice phenomenon. So there were several of us in a room. We were on the top floor, I believe it was, of Westwood, and we had gotten into a room, and it was me and Chris and another investigator, Kathleen Wilson, and the audio is courtesy of Kathleen. Thank you very much for recording it, sending it over, listening to it, and me, Chris, and Kathleen have gone back and forth for the last 2 days, listening to it over and over and comparing our stories, confirming who was in the room at that time, exactly what the situation was, when was it, where were we, at what point of the night was all of this recorded, but the most important thing was who was in the room. and we all concluded that it was only myself, Chris, and Kathleen in the room at that time. The EVP that she captured towards the end, I'm going to put subtitles so that you can hear it. I won't play it over and over. You can certainly go back and watch it, but it was as clear as can be, and it was really something that I've never heard before. As you know, as a beginner myself, that I've never heard anything like this, and I kind of wish we had heard it that night. If we had heard it that night, there might be more investigation. We would have probably stayed there a little bit longer to see what exactly was going on. But this is a pretty incredible piece of evidence.
How was it done?
No, it wasn't me.
Investigation. Let me trace some more areas.
This, it has a level. Scale, if you look at the thing going